Hello, YouTube, and welcome to the very first episode of Keesh, the School Counselor. My name is Keisha Hugh, and I am a New York State certified school counselor, and I'm currently working internationally in China. On this channel, you're going to get tips on the application process for college, SAT, ACT, letters of recommendation, financial aid, and other helpful tips. Now, from time to time, you're going to meet some counselors from all over the country. And what they're going to be doing is offering tips on things that you can do on how to navigate successfully through high school. Please understand and know that this is an interactive series, so whatever questions you may have, please make sure that you write them down in the comments below. And most importantly, remember to like and subscribe. Today we're at the International School in Don Juan for the Colleges That Change Lives tour. So the kids are going to see a whole bunch of things, and we're really excited about it. We hope that they're going to get a lot of exposure. So take a look to see what happens on the rest of the video. Thank you. College fairs are a wonderful experience for high school students because you're able to find out about multiple schools at the same time. With a little research and guidance, I'm going to give you a few tips on how to maximize your time at college fairs. Before heading to the college fair, try getting a list of the schools that will be in attendance. This way, if there are certain schools that interest you, you'll be able to plan where to go first and where to spend the majority of your time. It's always good to know what type of school you're interested in, whether it's a 2-year or 4-year institution. Does it matter if the school is co-ed or single-sexed? What size school are you looking to attend? Does the school have your intended major? How far from home do you want to go? And what are the extracurricular activities, and do they have a good athletics program? You also need to ask yourself, would you rather be in an urban city-like environment, the suburbs, or a rural environment? Now, to get feedback on a lot of different types of college experiences, you can talk to your school counselors, your parents, if you have siblings who are in college, cousins, other family members, and for those of you who go to church, you can always ask members of your church family. Now, while you're at the college fair, here's something that you can do. Once you get there, you can take a copy of the fair directory, if they have one, so that way you'll know the layouts and where those particular schools that you're interested in, where they're set up. Talk to the college reps where you feel match your criteria. Fit is very, very, very important because you want to be in the best conducive environment that is going to enable you to grow and challenge you academically. It's going to make a world of difference for you. While you're there, you're going to make positive connections and take business cards as you converse with the college reps. Now, some people, they're a natural when it comes to asking questions, and others have to think about these things beforehand. So if you're one of those people, here are a couple of questions that you could ask. You can ask questions about their admissions process and the requirements. What qualities should prospective students have? What are the standardized test scores they require? The SAT, ACT. Keep in mind, there are some schools that are removing requirements for standardized testing in their admissions process. When are the application deadlines for these schools? Are interviews required? What are the turnaround for acceptance applications? Here's a wonderful opportunity to ask about financial aid and scholarships. Housing. What is the dorming situation like? Where will you be living if you come to that school? What are the classroom sizes? Are they big? Are they small? Do you get individualized attention from your professors? Or do they have TAs or graduate assistants teaching these courses? Sometimes. And student life. Student life is very important. So these are great questions that you can start to ask when you are going and navigating your way through each table at the college fair. Here's our very first tip. on social media and digital footprints by a fellow counselor. Check it out.
Hi everyone, it's Miss Oglesby from Emerson Prep School in Washington, D.C. I'm getting online today to talk to you guys primarily about two things that I think are pretty important but easily overlooked. The first is email address. So your email address should be your first name, middle initial, last name, at Gmail, at Hotmail, at Yahoo, wherever. Sometimes students can get a little creative and choose names such as Skybox Hunger Games 101. While that is reflective of you, the purpose of having the email is to communicate and to have access to your application and other files that are necessary for the process. And when communicating with schools and getting information and putting your information on the application package, it should be professional looking, and so your email should also be professional looking. So consider making sure that your email account is reflective of your name, very simply, and if it's already taken your graduation year or some other numbers following it, just to keep it simple. Also, very important, very, very important, and I'm sure other faculty has stressed this, social media presence, how you are presented in your various accounts, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all of these things are very important because even though your profiles may be private, information can be shared, screenshots can be taken. So it's very important that you are using these social media outlets responsibly. Even if it's just supposed to be for your friends, you know, things can pass around quite easily. People have access to sending and sharing all the time. So I want students to be mindful of what they are putting into the world as a reflection of themselves, and making sure that every once in a while Google your name and see what pops up, because if you can find a little bit of your history in your map in the social world, college admissions counselors can also find the same information. So it's important to know what you're doing and how you're doing it. Social etiquette and social media etiquette is constantly changing, and so we're constantly having to keep up with it. And I think that these are just two very simple but important pieces that I want all of my students to have. And if you have questions, let me know, and we can certainly work through this together to make sure that you are being presented in the very best light.